Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, the 17th day of February today, and Barry here with you in the studio with Rhoda. And today we're going to be talking about getting organized for appointments. Okay, we did speak about this a couple of weeks ago here on one of the shows, and this is a medical visit form, okay? So when you go to the doctor's, guys, always have this. And joining me now in the studio, it's a very good morning to Rhoda. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining me for episode 166.
Good morning, and thank you all for listening and viewing Barifie's video today. We are very excited to share our journey with you today. We've got an appointment with our doctors today, and as you can see, that is the medical visit form. We would come back in the afternoon and do another video on how our experience was when we went to the doctors. But Barry has got a lot to share today, so please grab your cup of tea, your pens and papers or notebooks, and jot some information down.
So, when you make an appointment, guys, you gotta have a good valid reason for wanting to make an appointment to see the GP. Here's my upsider for her opening sequence on this right now.
Yeah, so when you do make an appointment, you need to be ready. You have to have a valid reason, as Barry said, for your appointments. You just don't have to call and book an appointment if you have no valid reason.
And as we said a couple of weeks ago, please do not just barge in there and waste the doctor's time and make up stories. Here's my upsider.
That's correct. We've already talked about being honest in last week's video. So please don't call your doctors and make up excuses and have reasons to go and see them if you have no reason to do so.
Because the doctor's surgeries are not just there to go in and chit chat and dilly dally. Here's my upsider.
That's correct. It's not the place to just waste their time and your time and the taxi driver's time. Please, please, please only go there if it's very, very important, like Barry. Barry has got a very important reason to visit the doctors today.
So, good valid reasons for visiting doctors, guys. If you need to get something put on your medication authority form, if you have a severe rash, or if you've had a cold or flu or infection. Here's my upside.
That's correct. That's a perfect reason to take the medical forms and go and see your doctor. Rash, um, anything that you feel is a concern, but please have a discussion with your house managers or someone in charge, your guardian, your parents, if possible, before you make that decision to go and see your doctor.
Because we cannot just ring up and say, I'm feeling lonely. Because that's not what doctors are there for. Here's my upside.
That's correct. You cannot just call them and start telling them, "Oh, I feel lonely." Only visit the doctors for medical reasons, not personal reasons.
If you've got a personal problem, ring Lifeline.
Yeah.
And I will give you the number. Yeah. At the end of today's show.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't waste time with the doctors, guys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Here's my upside.
That's correct. I'm very grateful Barry said that you have to call Lifeline. There's so many different platforms that you can call when you've got personal issues. But when it comes to medical reason, that is the only reason you should go out and see your doctor.
Okay, and I will just show you the medical visit form there. There it is. Okay, and on the back, it's got instructions for clients and staff. And then what the doctor will do, okay, he will write down what the clients and staff need to do. Here's my offside.
That's correct. So the medical visit form is to be given and filled by the doctor on site and the carer that is taking you to the hospital. Please get the form before you go and see your doctor.
And the medical visit form, the medication authority form, guys. Okay. So what we'd like to say to you on the show this morning, please be ready for your appointment and don't wait until you're about to get in the cab and think, oh no, I forgot the medical visit form or the medication authority form, because who's responsible for it? YOU. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. You should not make up your own. So you don't have to wait till last minute when they ask you, oh, where's your medical form, visit form? That's when you're like, oh, I left it at home, please. Barry has re-emphasized in every video he does about getting yourself organized and prepared for your appointments. And this is one of the forms that you need to grab when you are going out to see your doctor.
So please, be honest, be absolutely truthful, guys, to your doctor, whether it's your own GP, okay? Don't tell absolute porcupines, guys, because the doctors will not be impressed. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. The doctors will not be impressed. And once you are organized, it makes the process a lot more smoother and easier, and it makes you go into the doctor's office and leave as soon as possible. So please get yourself organized.
So, once again, the tips we have given you today on the show. For the first part, do not just go in there and sit there at the medical center and watch TV. You are only there for medical appointments only. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. You are there for medical appointments only. Get yourself organized. When you go there, as Barry said, you are not there to watch TV or have a cup of tea there. No. You are there for a reason, and the reason is to see the doctor and work out. Simple as that.
And please remember, guys, that the medical centers only are open on weekends for medical emergencies only. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. For medical emergencies only on weekends. As Barry has always said, you have to have a very good reason. Leave your house and go and see the doctor. Full stop.
Because you can't just go in there, sit down, watch television. No, that is not right. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. That's not acceptable. That is not right. And you may not be taken seriously when you are indeed sick.
Because the doctor may not believe you the second time around. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. They may not believe you because you've messed up the first time. So please, 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 please be honest. Get the right forms. Book an appointment for a medical reason only.
And we'd like you to discourage you from making up stories with your doctor, because he is there only to give you the best possible uh, um, advice he or she can. And please don't raise your voice and lose your temper, because, as we've said before, you will be banned from the medical center. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. You may be banned from the medical center, and that is not right. That is not acceptable. So please, 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 Barry has said a lot regarding that. Please follow that, and your experience will be as smooth as possible.
So don't act the idiot in there.
Yeah.
Please do not do that. Do not make the job hard for the doctor, and do not argue with him or her. Be specific and to the point, as the doctors have many other patients to see. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, the doctors are not only there for you, they are there for every single patient they have. So please just bear that in mind, that it's not about you, it's about other people that are also in need to see a doctor. So if you are not in need to see a doctor, do not go.
And Mike, we said previously, the same with the emergency departments, guys. Up at Northern Beaches, do not just lie there and think that the bed is just for you, because it's not. Here's my outsider for this now.
Yeah, sorry, the bed is not for you. In a nutshell, what Barry is trying to say is that, for example, if you're not feeling well or you have a reason to go see a doctor, tell your house manager, get yourself organized to book an appointment. If it's the appointment date, get yourself organized by getting the medical visiting form that he has showed you.
And there it is there.
Yeah, and also get yourself organized, get every form that you need and take it along. Book a taxi if you need to take a taxi, and then wait for the taxi driver to come. Get there on time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes before your actual appointment time, and then make the process as smooth as possible.
And make sure that you have done everything in advance before you leave here, such as your personal care, because you just can't spend all day in the medical center. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. You can spend all day in the medical center and wasting time and sitting there having a cup of tea or drinking, watching TV. Barry has said that that's not what we want. We want you to be very precise. We want you to have a reason to go and see the doctor. We want you to get organized as much as you can by getting the forms. And when you enter the doctor's office, you should have a medical reason why you are there.
So we might take a break now, viewers, and get ready for this appointment. So do stay with us. Okay, so we will see you after the appointment, and here's my outsider.
Yeah, so when we come back, we will share our experience in another video. So please stay tuned. And thank you once again. Please subscribe and leave your comments down below if you do have any questions to ask us. Please share, get your friends to subscribe, and tell your families and tell your friend to tell a friend. And thank you once again.
So don't go away. Ryan and I will be back straight after the appointment, and this is episode 166, part 2 of episode 166 is coming up very shortly. Don't go away. You've been watching part 1 of episode 166, part 2 coming up very shortly. I'm Barry Field-Brother. Stay tuned, everyone. The time is 3 minutes to 10 o'clock. Sydney's weather, another wet day again, so if you are driving, please take care. Here's my operator to take us out to the break with that message.
Yeah, please, I drive in the wet weather. Please take your time, slow down, and just be careful.
And don't get speed too much, otherwise you will go, "Eep." Here's my operator.
That's correct, and that's not what we want. We don't want Eve, but we don't want any aggression at all.
Then go bang.
Yes, I love that when Barry says that. That's not what we are looking for. Not at all.
And thanks for tuning in, guys. The time is 2 minutes to 10.